Ecology is basically a branch of biology. It deals with the study of interaction among organisms and their biophysical environment. Ecology deals with organisms, population, community, ecosystem, and biosphere. The place of living is the organism's environment. Hence, ecology is sometimes called as environmental biology. Ecology is recognized as one of the natural sciences. It is considered to be a science concerned with the nature and the interrelationship of the biophysical environment includes both biotic and abiotic components. The biotic factors are all the living organisms, starting from the unicellular bacteria, algae, to multicellular protists and more complex forms like fungi, plants, and all the animals. The abiotic components or the factors include the air, salinity, soil, temperature, light, water, minerals, pH of water and soil, and humidity. Thus, the interrelationship between the biotic and abiotic component, as well as the relationship among the individuals of the living component, is called ecology. The term ecology was proposed by Reiter in the year 1885. It is derived from the Latin word Oikos, meaning dwelling place, logos means study. Ernest Haeckel defines ecology as a study of reciprocal relationship between living organisms and their environment. Odum defines ecology as the study of the structure and function of nature. Ecology alone is a large discipline as it covers all organisms on Earth. Back then, the focus of the first ecologists are only on either plants and animals. Thus, only plant ecology and animal ecology existed. But later on, due to newly discovered knowledge and advancement of technology, this division of ecology was no longer used. Instead, the study of ecology was again divided into two major divisions, Autecology and Synecology. Autecology is concerned with study of an individual species or its population in relation to the habitat in which they grow. Or it is the study of interrelationship between an individual species or its population with its environment. Now here, if you take this single tree into consideration and study the other biotic factors interacting with it and how this plant is interacting with it, then this type of study of interrelationship between the plant and the abiotic factor, we call this as Autecology. Or you may take a population. Now, for example, this is a field. Here the same species of plants are grown. Now, this group of organisms of the same species, it forms a population. So how a whole population is interacting with the abiotic component. So this study of ecology, we call it as Autecology. The second is Synecology. The Synecology deals with study of many species, communities, or major fractions of a communities in relationship to the habitat in which they grow. Or It is the study of plant community and the relationship with its environment. Now here you can see, this is an image showing you the groups of populations. So a group of populations forms a community. Now how this whole plant community is interacting with the biotic component and the abiotic component in that particular area. So this study of ecology, we call it as Synecology. So this is in xerophytic habitat, then this is in the case of aquatic habitat, a study of Synecology. Let us compare Autecology with Synecology. In Autecology, here it is a study of individual organism or individual species of a population in relation to their environment. Whereas in Synecology, it is a study of group of organisms or many species or communities in relation to their environment. Hence, Autecology is also known as population ecology and Synecology is also known as community ecology. In Autecology, the study is at the level of an individual, a population, or an entire species. Whereas Synecology is concerned with the study of the highest level of biological organization, many populations in an area, interacting with each other and also with the environment. This can even be the study of an ecosystem. Autecology is comparatively simple, experimental, and inductive, while Synecology is complex because it involves many populations and the interaction of them. It is philosophical and deductive. Autecology studies can be accommodated in a laboratory setup, and the data is interpreted using conventional mathematical tools, while Synecology study cannot be set up in a laboratory. It has to be studied in its natural condition. Hence, Synecology studies refers to interrelationship of a whole system and that cannot be accommodated in a laboratory setup. The system is natural and formed after interactions of hundreds of years, such as forest ecosystem. Now, to give an example of Autecology, if you are studying a zebra or its population and how it is interacting with the environment in which it is living, so that forms an example for Autecology, or a maize field interacting with the abiotic components in a field. That is also an example for Autecology. Or a single mango plant, how it is interacting with the abiotic component in your garden. Even that is an example for Autecology. Whereas in ecology, all the different plants growing in that area. For example, in your college campus, there are so many varieties of plants. How they are interacting with the environment of your college campus. So this study includes Synecology. So Synecology actually are studying the ecosystem there. Now let us look at the scope of ecology. Ecology is considered as an interdisciplinary branch of biology concerned with the study of relationship between living organism and biosphere. In ecology, ecosystems are composed of dynamically interacting parts, which include organisms, the communities they comprise, and the non-living component of their environment. Ecosystem processes such as primary production, perogenesis, nutrient cycle, and various niche construction activities regulate the flux of energy and matter through an environment. These processes are sustained by organisms with specific life history traits. In essence, ecology seeks to explain the life process, interaction, relationship, behavior, and adaptations of organisms, the movement of materials and energy through living communities, the successional development of ecosystems, the abundance and distribution of organisms and biodiversity in the context of the environment. There is hardly a science which has not been influenced from ecological point of view. It covers practically the whole field of biology and is related in one way or the other to every science which touches the life. It is closely related to physiology, evolutionary biology, genetics, and ethology. Ecology draws heavily on many other branches of science, especially geology, geography, meteorology, pedology, chemistry, as well as physics. Ecology can be viewed as a broad discipline which comprises many subdisciplines. Knowledge of ecology helps us in controlling soil erosion, reforestation, restoration of wild animals, flood control, etc. Earlier, ecologists have only recognized two major subdivisions of ecology, in particularly reference to animals or to plants. Hence, animal ecology and plant ecology, these were the two branches. But when it was found that in the ecosystem, plants and animals are closely associated and interrelated, then both of these major ecological subdivisions become very basic. Since ecology addresses the complex and diverse relationships of living organisms with their environment from various perspectives, several specialized branches came from ecology. So there are many branches, but here I'll be showing you only some 12 important branches of ecology. So first is the physiological ecology or ecophysiology. The factors of environment have a direct bearing on the functional aspect of organisms. The ecophysiology deals with the survival of population as a result of functional adjustment of organisms with different ecological conditions. Population ecology, it is also known as Autecology. Population ecology is a subfield of ecology. It deals with the dynamics of species population and how these populations interact with environment. It is the study of how the population size of species living together in group change over time and space. It was one of the first aspects of ecology to be studied and modeled mathematically. Community ecology. Community ecology is also known as Synecology. It is the study of interactions between species in communities of many spatial and temporal scales, including the distribution, structure, abundance, demography, and interactions between coexisting populations. The primary focus of community ecology is on the interactions between population as determined by specific genotypic and phenotypic characteristics. It deals with the study of the local distribution of animals in various habitats, the recognition and composition of community units and succession. Ecosystem ecology. Ecosystem ecology is integrated study of biotic and abiotic components of ecosystems and the interactions with an ecosystem framework. This science examines how ecosystems work and relates this to their components such as chemical, bedrocks, soil, plants and animals. Ecosystem ecology examines physical and biological structure and examines how these ecosystem characteristics interact. The relationship between system ecology and ecosystem ecology is complex. Much of the system ecology can be considered as a subunit of ecosystem ecology. System ecology. System ecology is an interdisciplinary field of ecology, a subset of Earth system science that takes a holistic approach to the study of ecosystems. It is an application of general systems theory to ecology. It is particularly concerned with the analysis and understanding of the function and structure of ecosystem by the use of applied mathematics such as advanced statistical techniques, mathematical models, characteristics of computer science, system ecology. System ecology also attempts to clarify the structure and function of ecosystems by means of applied mathematics, applied models, and computer programs. Landscape ecology. Landscape ecology is the science of studying and improving interrelationship between ecological processes in the environment and particularly ecosystem. It is done within a variety of landscape scales, development spatial patterns, and organizational levels of research and policy. Landscapes are spatially heterogeneous geographic areas characterized by diverse interacting patches of or ecosystems, ranging from relatively natural, terrestrial, and aquatic systems such as forests, grassland, and lakes to human dominated environments, including agricultural and urban settings. Habitat ecology. It deals with the ecological study of different habitats of planet Earth and their effect on the organisms living there. According to the kind of habitat ecology, ecology is subdivided into marine ecology, estuarine ecology, freshwater ecology, and terrestrial ecology. Behavioral ecology. Behavioral ecology is the study of the behavioral interactions between individuals within population and communities, usually in an evolutionary context. It looks at how competition and cooperation between and within species affect evolutionary fitness. Paleoecology. Paleoecology deals with the ecology of the past. It is mainly concerned with reconstructing past biota, populations, communities, landscapes, environment, and ecosystem based on available geological and biological evidences. The fossil records can depict the change in the community structure at the site through time, the degree to which particular community types are continuous across discontinuous in the strata at the site indicates consistency of environmental conditions and community structures. Urban ecology. Urban ecology is a scientific study of relation of living organisms with each other and their surroundings in the context of an urban environment. The urban environment refers to environment dominated by high density residential and commercial buildings, paved surfaces and other urban related factors that create a unique landscape dissimilar to the most previously studied environments in the field of ecology. Geographic ecology. Geographic ecology is a rapidly growing and integrative discipline. There are several aspects in which the components of geography and ecology are similar in their concept and applications. Geography and ecology are related to each other. An understanding of ecology and its relation with geography is a necessity. Geography is closely related to the global environmental systems, especially the ecosystems. Every cubic centimeter of the planet Earth is a part of an ecosystem. The interaction of physical, climate, and biotic factors generate a wide variety of ecological conditions over the time. Geography is the study of location and distribution of living things, Earth's features, and natural resources. Evolutionary ecology. Evolutionary ecology is a field within both ecology and evolution that examines how interaction between and within species evolve. It explicitly considers the evolutionary effect of competitors, mutualists, predators, prey, and pathogens. The basis of central principle of evolutionary ecology can be attributed to Charles Darwin, especially in referring his theory on natural selection and population dynamics, which discusses how populations of a species change over time. This approaches the study of ecology in a way that explicitly considers evolutionary histories of species and interactions between them. Now we shall see the applications of ecology. There are many practical applications of ecology in the field of conservation biology, especially in wildlife conservation. The first is the wetland management. Wetland is an area where the soil is saturated with water throughout the year. Hence, here we see some unique plants with unique adaptations. The plants growing in wetlands are commonly called as mangroves or marshy areas. These mangroves play a number of ecological roles, from fixing sediments to acting as nursery site for young fishes. Mangrove forests are also a source of food, medicine, and firewood for local population. Mangroves are thus a multi-purpose ecosystem. Hence, it requires sustainable management to preserve their biodiversity. Grassland management. Grasslands are areas where the vegetation is dominated by grasses, especially belonging to the family Poaceae. Even Cypressaceae members and Juncaceae members also can be seen in grasslands. Grasslands occur naturally on all continents except Antarctica. Furthermore, grasslands are one of the largest biomes on Earth and dominate the landscape worldwide. They cover 31 to 43% of Earth's surface. These grasslands are very sensitive to disturbances such as people hunting and killing key species or plowing the lands to make more space for farms. To feed a growing human population, most of the world's grassland, including the American prairies, are converted from natural landscape to field crops. Grasslands that have remained largely intact thus are in danger of being lost to agriculture. Hence, its management is hence grassland management plays a key role. The third application is natural resources management, including agricultural crops like crop rotation, pest control, weed control, forestry and fishery biology, community health, climate regulation, water filtration, etc. In understanding the relationship between competitors, predators, prey, and diseases, the application of biological science in this aspect also play a very important role. Ecology can be applied in food industry, fiber industry, medicines, so that their proper maintenance and usage can be done and its biodiversity is maintained. The science of ecology can also be applied in pedogenesis, that is, study of soil formation. Ecological applications also help us to control soil erosion in many other natural features of scientific, historical, or spiritual values. Even the international problem of water environmental pollutions also require an ecological assistance. The larger objective of ecology is to understand the nature of environmental influences on individual organisms, their populations and communities, on ecospaces, and ultimately at the level of the biosphere. If ecologists can achieve an understanding of these relationships, they will be well placed to contribute to the development of systems by which human can sustainably use ecological resources. This is an extremely important goal because humans are, after all, completely reliant on ecological goods and services as their only source of sustenance. Thank you.